A delivery label carries my former address. The numbers look familiar in my hand. The package came by simple error to the apartment where I live, but printed near the barcode was the place I thought I left. Room 403 above the bakery, a narrow bath, a leaning floor. I learned to cook for one there and wait for footsteps at the door. Someone else wakes in that room now. Someone else knows every sound. Old address, new tenant, keep the window cracked. Let the room become a life that does not call me back. I left a mop behind the wardrobe and a cup above the sink. Old address, new tenant, live there without me. I search the building on the map, then close it before the image loads. Some knowledge does not make you wiser. Some roads are better left as roads. I hope the bakery still opens before the morning buses start. I hope the floor still tilts towards sunlight and not toward my old heart. Old address, new tenant, keep the window cracked. Return the package to the sender. Let the label lose its claim. An address is not a promise, and a room is not a name. Old address. Old address. Nuded kick beneath a different home. Office towers fade in the rear view. One floor still holds a single lamp. I learned to keep my voice even, to let the loud men take the room. I watched their plans grow old by Friday, while mine kept gathering its truth. There is a temperature under glass. No one reads from where they stand. It lives beneath the measured answers and the calmness of my hands. I do not need to announce it. I know what waits below. Temperature under glass, steady in my blood, quiet enough to hide, strong enough to move. I have not gone cold. I have only learned how to keep the deepest part from being burned. The elevator opens to the lobby. Marble holds the sound of shoes. I nod goodbye to empty suits and keep the thought I did not lose. Outside, the city changes, shifts. Delivery vans take every lane. I feel the promise in my chest. Not joy exactly, not quite pain. Temperature under glass, steady in my blood. Quiet enough to hide, strong enough to move. I have not gone cold, I have only learned how to keep the deepest parts from being burned. Some men spend their fire in public, then wake with nothing left to prove. I saved mine for the long distance, for the work I still will do. Temperature, temperature. Glass towers dissolve behind me. Low chords hold the hidden heat. Dust rises from a wooden hanger. The hallway smells of cedar and rain. I found my father's winter coat behind the boxes in the hall. The shoulders seem much smaller now, and I remember them at all. One button hung by a single thread. The lining carried faint cologne. I stood there with the closet open, feeling older than alone. He never spoke about being tired. I understand that now. The coat in the back closet still knows his shape. The quiet way he entered, the hours he came home late. I used to think his silence meant distance. Now I hear the weight inside it. The coat in the back closet brings his years into the room. He taught me how to check the oil and how to leave before a fight. He never called those lessons love, but kept the porch lamp on at night. I wear the coat for half a minute. The sleeves end high above my hand. It does not fit, but for that moment I finally know the man. The coat in the back closet still knows his shape. The quiet way he entered, the hours he came home late. I hang it back without a promise. I close the door with care. The past does not cedar settles in the hallway. Soft bass beneath the closing door. Fresh tires meet the early road. The odometer waits at 0 again. The mechanic closed the hood and wiped the grease across his sleeve. He said the car could go much farther if I treated what I heard. I thought about the body and the warnings I ignored. How maintenance can look like weakness until it brings you forward. I turn the key without a promise. The engine answers plain. The first clean mile does not erase the road. It simply starts beneath the lighter load. I keep the bends, I keep the years. I leave the habit of my fear. The first clean mile is enough to move me on. Morning trucks enter the bypass. A bakery raises its steel door. I feel no sudden transformation, only balance I lacked before. The wheel no longer pulls to one side. The rhythm settles through the frame. I breathe as if the smallest repair can teach a man his name. The first clean mile does not erase the road. It simply starts beneath the lighter load. I keep the dents, I keep the years. I leave the habit of my fear. The first clean mile is enough to move me on. Progress is not a trumpet, it is alignment under strain. A vehicle moving straight again after years of compensating. First clean mile does not erase the road. It simply starts beneath the lighter load. The odometer adds one quiet number. Warm chords keep the engine level. An old melody enters between stations. My hand stops above the dial. For quiet notes from another decade, and the car becomes that borrowed room. Cheap speakers records on a wooden shelf. Late summer 1992. We had no money for the weekend, but time appeared to cost us none. I hear the first familiar measure, and 20 years collapse to one. I know the song is harmless, still I cannot drive away. 20 years in one song, folded into 3 minutes. Every face is young again, every door still has us in it. I do not miss the man I was, I miss how little he had lost. 20 years in one song, then the station moves along. The singer reaches the old chorus, her voice is thinner than before. I see the friend who moved to Sunday, and the woman I stopped calling for. No tragedy, no grand betrayal, just distance doing what it does. The track ends under road noise and returns me to the present car. 20 years in one song, folded into 3 minutes. Every face is young again, every door still has us in it. I turn the volume lower, but leave the radio on. I can honor where I came from without asking to be gone. Static fills the final measure. The next song does not